Joe Myers. Just share a little bit about Joe. He started his first business, a real estate investing firm, back in 2011. Since then, he has gone from part-time to full-time and has bought, leased, optioned, sold, rehabbed, and been a partner in more deals than he can remember off the top of his head. Joe sources his deals through his own in-house marketing machine, and then today he will help the budding entrepreneurs in the room get their foot in the door with some free marketing ideas. So tonight, Joe, tell me your name and speech again. That's okay.
Entrepreneurs, you can't beat free marketing.
There it is. Joe Myers. Let's welcome Joe tonight.
According to Bloomberg News, 8 out of every 10 new businesses fail within 18 months. Yet, in 2014, 50% of the working population was employed by some 28 million small businesses here in the U.S. 22 million of those were self-employed entrepreneurs. So, how can for all the budding and current entrepreneurs in the room, how can we keep ourselves from becoming a statistic? I can sum it up in one short phrase. You want to make it easy for the people who would benefit from your product or service to be able to find you. You can do this through an effective marketing strategy. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can do it very easily on a budget with coming up with a strategic business name, using free business listing services, and by creating a following for yourself. When you're coming up with a name for your business, you want it to briefly describe what it is that your business does. If you think of a company like Discount Carpet Warehouse, it's pretty obvious what that company does. Or maybe Lumber Liquidators. It's pretty obvious what those guys do. So you want to do the same thing for your own business. Another alternative is to describe the benefit that your product or service does for somebody. My real estate mentor, when I first got started, her company was called 7 Days or Less because she could buy a house in 7 days or less. You also want to pick a name that's unique, so you separate yourself from the herd, and you don't want to pick anything that has a negative connotation. So if you're going to take your family out car shopping for a new car, you don't want to go to a place called Slick Rick's Car Lot. And you also want to make sure your name is short and sweet. There's a business out there called hassle-free-cashflowinvesting.com. That name has all the elements that I just described, but it's so long that by the time you type it into your search browser, you probably would have got distracted and go off and do something else. Another great way to market your business for free is using free business listing services. Comscore.com, a company that monitors and compiles internet usage data, says that 67.6% of all says that 67.6% of us use Google as our primary internet search browser. So, although you can do what I'm about to tell you with any of the search browsers, Bing, Yahoo, Ask.com, you're going to get the most bang for your buck, or the most bang for your time, since it's free, by using Google's Places for Business. And what it is, we've all seen it if we've used Google Maps. You go on, say you're looking for a restaurant. You go online, you go on Google Maps, search for restaurants, and it'll pull up a map of all these little red dots. Pick a dot, and then it'll pull up information about that restaurant. Now, Google compiles that data automatically, but you can go in and modify your information that's on your Google listing by going to Places for Business. Take 10 minutes to fill out information about your business, description, your hours, your contact information, all that stuff. Google will verify the information, but once it's up and live, someone that's searching for you, almost 68% of people that are using Google to search for a product or service will be able to find you from that listing. The third way to get some free marketing for your new business is to create a following for yourself. Market Metrics says that the probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70%, whereas the probability of selling to a new prospect is only 5 to 20%. Keeping that in mind, there's all sorts of free resources, all sorts of social media that you can get a free account, and this is coming as no surprise to anyone here. We all know these names: Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, Angie's List, having a YouTube channel. It'd be a great idea to have all these working for you, but I would suggest you start with the ones that you're the most familiar with and they're most likely to consistently use. If you spend all this time making this elaborate Facebook page for your business, it doesn't make any sense if you never log on and engage people on it because you're busy with all these other things. Another great way to create a following is to reward good behavior. By that I mean good behavior being people who bought from you in the past, reward them by offering some sort of exclusivity. If someone purchases something from you, get their contact information, save it, and every once in a while send out either a freebie, either like a discount coupon or something like that. And it doesn't have to be something that costs you money. It could be free information about how to use your gizmo that you just sold them in some creative way. So remember, the email, when you sign up the emails, you don't even have to use any kind of fancy system. You do it straight out of Gmail, straight out of your Yahoo account, by taking your list and copying and pasting it into the BCC field in your email when you write it. That way when you send it out, the people on your list can't steal your list and spam each other on it, and it just creates this giant mess. Also, if you want to do the same thing with something with some more advanced features, you can use this site called MailChimp.com. Either way, you can get about